This is it. This is Saturday night. I mean, this is what we work for right here. This is it, right? Yeah. Let's see. How loud can we get in here? Get the balcony going here. I'm just the hype man, you know. And they just send me out here to kind of get it warm before. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. We're related too, probably, right? That's okay. Yeah, it's been a real trip. But this is what a cool idea for a job, you know, to come up and try and stand up in front of a bunch of people every night and, you know, kind of go like this and try to do that thing. Yeah, I think so. Ryan, he hit me up like about a year and a half ago, and he said he'd been listening to a record I'd put out, which was insane to me. I didn't know if it was a prank call or something when he first called me. But he was like, you know, we talked for a little bit, and he said, come on the road if you want to, and went and opened a bunch of shows for him at the end of 23, back in 23, you know what I mean? But it's been really special, in all seriousness, to be able to share some of these shows with him. So, this is a song that I first wrote after I drove through the state of Wyoming. It's called Wyoming. Big sky beauty paints my window vacant and scary. Unloading horrors on my hotel stationery. It's a dark road I'm roaming and another haunted night in Wyoming. Ain't this state of the vast plains kept me from sleeping? It's the state of my mind where my demons are creeping, and your memory's showing on another haunted night in Wyoming. Stopped in to cue my music up in Sheridan. I got me some records of Charlie Rich and Floyd Tillman. Almost if there were no and be another haunted night in Wyoming. Did I leave you with a forsaken feeling? Too many good times I chased out for the stealing. Seems they weren't mine for owning on another haunted night in Wyoming. Now I'm heading down through Buffalo to Laramie. It's open plains and skies as far as I can see. But when the moon gets to glowing, be another haunted night in Wyoming. It's a dark road I'm roaming and another haunted night in Wyoming. Thank you very much, folks. Woo. Is that important? Is there an emergency going on in the room? Is it? I tried to swing it up to that key. I couldn't quite get it in there. I was in A flat in that song. I think you were maybe more in A or A sharp, I think. Oh, yes, folks. Pivot here for a second. Get out the plectrum, you know. Every now and then I pull out the plectrum, you know. That's what when you've been in show business for a while, you use This is show business, folks. This is really it. This is it. This is the scene, you know. I'm glad I can actually see the balcony tonight. Last night we played at a place where it was halfway through the show I realized there was even a balcony of people, which is kind of a scary thing when you realize that people have been looking over you for 25 minutes, scrutinizing every move. What a job. This song's called Pendulum. Ding, ding, the pendulum swings. Each time that it rocks, more hatred it brings. I live in a country with freedom of speech, where the rules of our talk are different for each. I come from a land where we are all equal, and we're taught to look down on groups of people. Ding, ding, the pendulum swings. Each time that it rocks, more hatred it brings. We draw a line that divides church and state. What it doesn't divide is tempestuous hate. Fighting is beyond the issues at hand. It stems back before the dawning of man. Ding, ding, the pendulum swings. Each time that it rocks, more hatred it brings. And I've heard the calls to show resistance, and I've seen many leaders retreat in silence. I've seen a strong message without all the clout, and I've heard the right words coming out the wrong mouth. Ding, ding, the pendulum swings. Each time that it rocks, more hatred it brings. We're made to believe we can change the guidelines, and while we're deceived, we stay on the sidelines. I've tried to distinguish the sane from the loons, but they both keep us singing the same haunting tunes. Ding, ding, the pendulum swings. Each time that it rocks, more hatred it brings. And I've often wondered, powers at large just sit back and laugh behind big cigars. And I've often wondered if the folks crying mercy are really the folks that are trying to hurt me. Ding, ding, the pendulum swings. Each time that it rocks, more hatred it brings. If I were a poor man that lived in the street, I bet there's a ground in the middle I'd meet. If I were a rich man that sailed on a yacht, I doubt I'd give up all the pride that I bought. Ding, ding, the pendulum swings. Each time that it rocks, more hatred it brings. Ding, ding, the pendulum swings. Each time that it rocks, more hatred it brings. Thank you very much, folks. Appreciate that. Wow. All right. It's a single standing O. That's I don't believe I've ever had a single. It's usually a group thing, but I'm going to write that down. No, that's your being respectful. That's why. Okay. All right, we got a couple more now. Oh, man, this is a lot of fun. Man, thanks for having me again tonight, folks. It's a lot of fun. Well, sitting at the top of the Table Rock, oh yeah now, how about you? Staring down a fine old mountain line, oh yeah now, how about you? Feeling the breeze through the evergreen trees, yeah now, how about you? And I'll be alright tonight, yeah now, how about you? When I was young, I thought the stars hung, yeah now, how about you? I left applesauce out for Santa Claus. Yeah, now how about you? I drank Applejack and red Kerouac. Oh yeah, now how about you? And I'll be alright tonight. Yeah, how about you? Alright. mountains, to me they look like the sea. Oh yeah, now how about you? I get sensations from the undulations. Yeah, now how about you? I see profundity in the fecundity. Yeah, now how about you? And I'll be alright tonight. Yeah, now how about you? Well, I took my time on the mountain climb. Yeah, how about you? And I ain't scared of no little black bear. Yeah, now how about you? Well, maybe I'm a little scared. Yeah, now how about you? But I'll be alright tonight. Yeah, now how about you? Verse, folks, listen up here. Well, some burn fatties and eat cow patties. Yeah, now how about you? Some write prose and don't wash their toes. Yeah, now how about you? Well, some think Capote wrote Don Quixote. Oh yeah, how about you? Well, I'll be alright tonight. Yeah, now how about you? Well, I can go all day with these words I say. Oh yeah, now how about you? I get a few more lines from the passive road signs. Yeah, now how about you? But I'm tired of the talk, then I'm off the clock. Oh yeah, now how about you? And I'll be alright tonight. Yeah, now how about you? Yes, I'll be alright tonight. Yeah, now how about you? Thank you. Be with you in one moment. Okay, I've been granted another 15, folks. That's all right. We're just getting started out here. We're just getting going out there. He said he's still trying to find a parking spot. Is that right? He was turned away at the door, actually. You know, he does have orange hair now. You know, have you seen Ryan? You know, he's got a new look. So get ready for that. You know. Yeah. So whose first Ryan Montbleau show is this? Let's see if it. Okay, we got a few people. Okay, that's so most people have seen him before. How many? Who's seen Ryan like over 5 times? Let's see if we can. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's so cool about these shows. I could probably keep walking up the numbers, but we'll leave it there. But yeah, that's. I was playing at a fair in Aberdeen, South Dakota. I've been to Aberdeen, by the way. Have you really been to Aberdeen? Well, that's a first. That's usually the spot where there's crickets, you know. Yeah, that's what you do. You drive through it, yeah. But there's a fair out there, the Brown County Fair. And the Aberdonians, they welcomed me out there one time. And I was asking the crowd, I said, I mean, that's like about what's going on in Aberdeen, you know what I mean, is the fair. That's what people do in Aberdeen. Once a year, the annual Brown County Fair. People come from all around. And I was asking the crowd, and I was like, who's been to who's first fair? Something like the same thing, you know, and woo! And then there was, who's been to, to 5 fairs? And the crowd got louder. And I was like, okay, who's been to 10 fairs? And the crowd kept getting louder. And it got all the way up to 50. 50 years, and there was people in the back that were cheering for 50 years straight at the Brown County Fair. And I just felt like you should know that in Massachusetts, Northampton. I really feel like that's going to benefit you when you leave here tonight. So write that down. Let's see here what we got. Should we do more of that was a pretty silly song. Should we go more that direction, kind of silly, or should we get really serious? What do you think, sir? Okay, all right. We know what kind of crowd it is. All right. You know what? To be completely honest, I wrote the last verse of this song in Aberdeen, South Dakota, and I'll reference that when we get to there. That's right. You can see how planned this is. This is a very planned. It might look like I'm just winging it up here, but this is very planned out, folks. Well, the ringtail tooter took a toll on me, brother. think I'm losing my mind. I got a one-strap alcohol. Let me do it again. One strap overall, too much alcohol. I think I'm losing my mind. Well, a strip mall, Easter bunny stole all my gambling money. I think I'm losing my mind. I had a restaurant fist fight, nowhere to sleep tonight. I think I'm losing my mind. Well, now, honey, you know I might sound crazy, but you gonna love me. You gonna hate me. My mind's running, racing like an engine. The pistons keep pumping and a pumping and a pumping, and I can't meet quota. I'm drinking too much soda. I think I'm losing my mind. I'm at a roadside day spa all the way in Utah. I think I'm losing my mind. Well, now, new wave French dip, believe I saw a spaceship. I think I'm losing my mind. I'm living in the circus tent. I hope that they don't ask for rent. I think I'm losing my mind. Well, now, honey, you know I might sound crazy, but you gonna love me. You gonna hate me. My mind's running, racing like an engine. The pistons keep pumping and a pumping and a pumping and a pumping. That's right. And that's where that song was sitting for about 2 years after that. And for some reason, that's where the train let off, the creative train, until I got out to Aberdeen. And I was put up in the Marriott suite out there. I got my own room out there in South Dakota. And I rolled over in bed on the second day of that fair. And for some reason, the creative wellspring just shot up through me. You never know when it's going to strike. You know, we have a lot of creatives in the audience. I can tell that tonight. And you know what I'm talking about. You never know when it's coming, but when it does, you got to grab it. You got to hold on. And you got to, harness it and do what you can with it. And that's what I did this morning. I said, well, I've really hit the scene up in Aberdeen, and I think I'm losing my mind. And I'd really like to know where the wormholes go. And I think I'm losing my mind. Well, I'm flying to the moon in a hot air balloon. I think I'm losing my mind, but I keep reading on for the denouement. I think I'm losing my mind. Well, now, honey, you know I might sound crazy, but you gonna love me. You gonna hate me. My mind's running, racing like an engine. The pistons keep pumping and a pumping and a pumping and a pumping now. Yeah, I think I'm losing my mind. I think I'm losing my mind. Sound crazy, but you gonna love me, you gonna hate me. My mind's running, racing like an engine. The pistons keep pumping and a pumping and a pumping and a pumping, pumping. I think I'm losing my mind. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, folks. That's really cool. Anybody relate to that song at all? Anybody at all? Is that right? No? Yeah, brother, that's, Let me get the plectrum back out here for a second. How about Jerry Reed? Who likes Jerry Reed out there? Anybody like Jerry Reed? This guy here, yeah. What was that? Eastbound and Down? Is that what you said? Yeah. Loaded Up and Trucking. I love Jerry Reed. There's a video of him playing with Chet Atkins, and of course Jerry Reed was a big goofball, and I'm inspired by that, if you can't tell. But there's a video with him with Chet Atkins, and he's like goofing off per usual, and Chet finally kind of steps in. He's like, just so you know, don't let this guy fool you. He's a genius, like. And he said, he'll write songs, and then he'll teach them to me, and then like a week later I have to teach them back to him because he's already forgotten them. He's already moved on to the next song, And Jerry makes some little wisecrack or whatever. But that's what's so neat about someone like that who can. It's like all the different angles. But under being that sort of entertainer, you can also go back, and he's a technician. Is what there was a producer in Nashville that knew him that I met, and he said he was a technician. And you sit there and you sort of lean over a guitar for a few years, and you just look at all the different things that he had done on it, and it starts to really expose itself. But I guess this is him doing a cover of a Ray Charles song. So this is actually my version of a Jerry Reed's version of a Ray Charles song. Thank you very much, folks. Let me tell you about a gal I know. She's my baby and she lives next door. Every morning when the sun comes up, brings me coffee in my favorite cup. That's why I know, yeah. Yes, I know, hallelujah. I just love her so. When I'm in trouble and I need a friend, I know she'll go with me right to the end. Everybody asks me how I know. I smile at them and say she told me so. That's why I know, yeah. Yes, I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. When I call her on the telephone and tell her that I'm all alone, by the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear her on my door. In the evening when the sun goes down, when there is nobody else around, she looks at me and she holds me tight, tells me every little thing's alright. That's why I know. Yes, I know, hallelujah, I just love her so alright. Alright, when I call her on the telephone and tell her that I'm all alone, by the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear her. She's a long knocker on my door. In the evening when the sun goes down, when there is nobody else around, she looks at me and she holds me tight, tells me every little thing's alright. That's why I know. Yes, I know. Hallelujah, I just love her so alright. Hallelujah, I just love her so okay. Hallelujah, I just love her so. Thank you very much, Paul. It's an interesting one. We're going walking up the staircase, you know, but he's also walking down. No, 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 but at the same time. I watched that the first time I went cross-eyed on that. I was like, what is going on with that? At the same time, folks. So, we got any requests? What are we thinking? Justin Bieber or something like that? What kind of, what's the feel of this? We already established more silly than serious. Is that right or no? Get this thing going here. Bob who? Should we do a Bob Dylan song? Was that what you went on? Yeah, is that right? So wait, now I'm starting a fight, and there's a big divide. No, do one of your songs. No, I want to hear Bob Dylan. I want to hear one of his later works. No. I'm going to play a song now. I'll do a Bob Dylan. See, if you say Bob Dylan, we'll do a Bob Dylan sing. Let's give it to him. If you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, please see for me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. If you go where the snowflakes swarm, where the rivers freeze and summer ends, please see for me with a coat so warm. her from the howling wind. Please see for me that her hair's hanging long. It curls and falls all down her breast. Please see for me that her hair's hanging long. And that's the way I remember her best. So if you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, please see for me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. She once was true love of mine. Thank you very much, folks. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Girl from the North Country. That's what, yeah. I guess he went over to see Martin Carthy. Anybody Martin Carthy fans in the house? That's usually that's like woo woo in the back there. He went and saw Martin Carthy over in England, I believe it was, in the early '60s. You know, you make your pilgrimage over to see Martin Carthy. That's what you do when you're a folk singer, I guess. And he was over there, and Martin Carthy had this song that he had gotten from back in the ages that had been passed down through different generations. I think they traced it all the way back to Belgium, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a song that was a fair song. And I mean, as in it was about a fair. It wasn't a fair. It was a fair song as well, but it was about a fair. Let's be very clear, folks. There's a lot of double meanings in what I do and what I say. And it got passed down to Martin Carthy, and it was a song that he was playing. It's called Scarborough Fair. And so Bob Dylan hears this song, Scarborough Fair, and he goes, that's a pretty good song, you know? And so he gets back home, and he's got this new song. It's called Girl from the North Country, and it has this line, and it says, please see for me to one who lives there, for she was once a true love of mine, you know? And I thought, well, that's an interesting line you have there, Dylan, you know? And it's a beautiful, one of my favorite Bob Dylan songs. And so then I think Paul Simon got word of this, or I'm not sure if it was directly from Dylan or what, but he went over and he visited Martin Carthy. That's what we do, you know. And he heard this song Scarborough Fair. Well, he comes back over, you know, across the pond, and there's this movie called The Graduate, and he does Scarborough Fair and Canticle with Garfunkel, and it becomes a worldwide sensation, you know. And Martin Carthy's like, what's going on, man, you know? What in the world is going on here? And I believe that Martin had you know, he was not too happy about that with Mr. Simon for many, many years, like 20 years, until finally Paul Simon brought him on stage one time in front of all these, you know, screaming fans, and he forgave him, you know, for doing that. So now I don't know if any of that story is actually true, but it sounds, I kind of like it. So I hate playing in places where is there cell phone signal in this place? I hate to play. That's the thing about the modern era. You can't make up stuff anymore. But I think at least some part of that maybe has some truth to it. So anyway, well, folks, thanks so much. I mean, I don't know how many more tunes I have because I keep extending the set. But I mean, can I keep going? What do you think? Should we do that? creek. He said, a sing-song kitty catch a cameo. Well, the gals all grow to be 10 feet. A sing-song kitty catch a cameo. Well, I'm on me the bud jingle. Me, my home, pretty penny mingle. Rip, tatter, rattle, stinking, ring, tanger, rattle, bug, a sing-song kitty catch a cameo. Way down yonder, not far off. A sing-song kitty catch a cameo. A Jaybird died from the whooping cough. A sing-song kitty catch a cameo. Well, I'm on me the bud jingle. Me, my home, pretty penny mingle. Rip, tatter, rattle, stinking, ring, tanger, rattle, bug, a sing-song kitty catch a cameo. Come on, sing along, folks. Let's sing along. I don't want to meet a shy audience. Ryan's about to come out here. We want to get warmed up. You know, we all know this song. We all grew up hearing this song. Let's sing it. Let's get out of our shells a little bit. Let's sing the song. Well, I'm on me the bud jingle. Well, now our cow won't give milk in the summer. A sing-song kitty catch a cameo, so we got a ticket from her. Sing-song kitty catch a cameo. Well, I'm on me the bud jingle. Me, my old pretty penny mingle. Rip, tatter, rattle, stick, a ring, danger, rattle, bug, a sing-song kitty catch a cameo. His wife had come down with the flu. He thought that I ought to sell him a quart that good old sweet Mountain Dew. They call it that good old Mountain Dew. Yeah, and them that refuse that I fuse. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Jingle me, my home, pretty penny mingle. Rip, tatter, rattle, stick, a rang, tanger, rattle, bug, sing song, kitty, catch a cameo. Maybe if I speed it up a little bit. That's what it was too slow for us. Well, I'm on me the bud jingle. Me, my home, pretty penny mingle. Rip, tatter, rattle, stick, a rang, tanger, rattle, bug, sing song, kitty, catch a cameo. Said I'm on me the bud jingle. Me, my home, pretty penny mingle. Rip, tatter, rattle, stick, a rang, tanger, rattle, bug, sing song, kitty, catch a cameo. Said sing song, kitty, catch a cameo. Thank you. One more? No? One more? One more? Okay, one more. I could. No, I couldn't. Okay, all right, I'll do one more. Sing song, kitty, catch a cameo, man. Go check that one out. I'm not sure where I heard that or what even just happened up here, but thank you. I do from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much for letting me come on the stage and warm this thing up tonight. I really appreciate it. My name is Brooks Forsyth. My last song is a tune. I have a friend that's a truck driver, and I call him every now and then when I'm doing my tours. And I'll be kind of pretending like I'm a trucker on the road when he's trucking, and he's doing loops around me and his 18-wheeler, basically. And he called me a couple years ago, and he was like, "What you up to, man?" And I said, "Nothing much. I just hopped on the road. I got out of Santa Fe. I'm back on the road." He's like, "Oh, you're back on the black zipper. You're back on the black zipper, are you?" He talks like that. And I said, "What the hell are you talking about?" And he said, "Well, that's what we call the road. That's what us truckers call the road, man. Get with the lingo, And he says things like deadheading. I said I have a tour where the tour starts in Wyoming and I'm working my way back. I don't have any gigs on the way out there. And he said, "Oh, you're deadheading." That's what I thought it was a Grateful Dead thing. I see you have a Grateful Dead shirt on there, so that's why that was directed at you. But deadheading, it expands outside of the dead arena. If you don't, I have all these kinds of things. If you want to talk to me at the merch table, please come talk to me, and I'll teach you more if you want. Anyway, I didn't know what to think about the black zipper thing, but I had a lot of time on the road to think about it, and so I ended up writing this song called Black Zipper. And then it ended up becoming this title track of the whole album. The whole album's called Black Zipper at the merch table over there. And then this guy, Ryan Montbleau, heard this album, Black Zipper, and that's what made him call me and go, come on the road. So this is what it's all about. This is Black Zipper, folks. I'm Brooks Forsyth. Thanks for having me, man. Well, racksack mama like a runaway child. She got holes in her shoes. It don't really matter how fast you run, she can't run away from these blues. Looking toss Poughkeepsie boys, hopping on a big freight train. Lord, you know them times are getting tough when they throw you out into the rain. And I said, oh, Black Zipper, don't let me down the vine. Yeah, Black Zipper, take me to my home. Oh, Black Zipper, don't leave me hanging dry. Yeah, Black Zipper, take me to my home. Well, there ain't no more big days like there was back in San Rafael. Lord, I bet they wouldn't treat me this way if they only knew how far I fell. So I go on down the Delta, boys, stick out my crooked thumb. Lord, I bet they wouldn't treat me this cold if they only knew how far I come. And I said, oh, Black Zipper, don't let me down the vine. Yeah, Black Zipper, take me to my home. Oh, Black Zipper, don't leave me hanging dry. Yeah, Black Zipper, take me to my home. Yeah. Shooter shutting down the Citizens Band, rapping on his radio, warning all about the big snowstorm coming down to Durango. Well, don't mind me, inspection man, I gotta get my loading on time. If I get to Seattle by sundown, I'll be doing just fine. Oh, Black Zipper, don't let me down the vine. Yeah, Black Zipper, take me to my home. Oh, Black Zipper, don't leave me hanging dry. Yeah, Black Zipper, take me to my home. Black Zipper. Thank y'all again. Really appreciate it, folks. Y'all have a good night. Take me to my home. Thank you very much, folks.